a strange red doll appeared in the middle of the class and announced that the students had to play a game. It explained that this was no ordinary game. Anyone who made a mistake would die instantly. Everyone in shock and fear never dared to ask who made these deadly challenges. But only one question remained: who would survive until the end? The story began in a high school student named Shun Takahata, known for his intelligence. Everything in his life felt too easy. That made him constantly bored. One day, tired of his dull routine, he quietly wished for something exciting and challenging. Never imagined that his wish would come true in such a terrifying way. Suddenly, a strange red-head doll appeared in his classroom. At first, the students thought it was just a toy. However, within moments, it started moving and announced the rules of the game: red light, green light. When the doll turned away and spoke, the students were allowed to move. But the moment it turned back, everyone had to freeze. Initially, the students assumed it was just a joke, but that belief shattered when two students tried to disobey the game. The doll turned around instantly, and in a horrifying moment, they died. Panic spread throughout the classroom. The doors were locked, and there was no escape. One student, Soma Amaya, quickly realized what was happening. He explained that the game resembled a Japanese children's game. The doll would repeat a phrase, and while it spoke, they could move closer to a button near the teacher's desk. However, when the phrase ended, the doll would turn around, and anyone still moving would be eliminated. Soon, the students noticed a timer on the doll's back. Less than a minute remained. Panic intensified. Many students rushed forward recklessly, only to fail one after another. In seconds, nearly the entire class was gone. With only 10 seconds left, Shun and Amaya were the last ones standing. Realizing they had no choice, they worked together. Amaya bent down, allowing Shun to climb onto his back. At the final second, Shun managed to press the button. The doll stopped moving and calmly announced that the game was over. Both boys felt relieved, until the next moment. Amaya was suddenly eliminated. The doll explained that only the person who pressed the button would survive. Shun was the sole winner. Shocked and surrounded by the remains of his classmates, Shun cried out for help. The doll then spoke again, cryptically stating that the mouse and the cat were next. Moments later, the classroom door opened. Shun's childhood friend Ichika Akimoto appeared. Terrified, she explained that she had experienced the same game in her classroom, where she was also the sole survivor. Realizing the pattern, they tried to call the police, but there was no signal. Every exit was locked, except one leading to the gym. With no other choice, they entered. Inside, several students were already gathered. Some were wearing rat costumes. On the floor, instructions read, "Give the bell to the cat to win." The ground split open, and a giant lucky cat statue emerged. Without warning, it came to life and began attacking students. Chaos erupted as the cat chased them around the gym. During the panic, Shun noticed a bell on the floor and a hoop attached to the cat's collar. Realizing the objective, he told the others. A student attempted to throw the bell into the hoop, but failed, and the creature retaliated. Shun then discovered something important. The cat was targeting those wearing rat costumes. He told everyone to remove them, but the attacks continued regardless. Time was running out. As Ichika fell near the bell, the cat approached her. At that moment, Shun distracted the creature by wearing a rat costume himself. While running, he realized he could somehow understand the cat. It repeatedly complained about an itch on its back. Understanding this, Shun climbed onto the cat and began scratching it. The creature calmed down and eventually fell asleep. With help from others, they kept it asleep long enough to attempt the final move. However, conflict arose over who should throw the bell. The noise woke the cat, and the danger returned. Thinking quickly, Shun devised a plan. He hid the bell inside a basketball and coordinated with Ichika to confuse the creature. At the last moment, he attempted the shot, but missed. Just as hope seemed lost, a student named Maya appeared and dunked the ball into the hoop, completing the challenge. The game ended, and Shun, Ichika, and Maya were declared winners. However, Maya revealed his unstable mindset, claiming that only chosen individuals deserved to survive. Before things escalated further, a gas filled the room, and all three lost consciousness. Meanwhile, across the world, strange events were unfolding. News reports showed young people disappearing, while massive cubes appeared in the sky. Shun later woke up inside one of these cubes, alongside other survivors. They realized that the games were far from over. Soon, new dolls appeared and introduced another deadly game. One by one, participants were forced to play. Those who failed were eliminated. When it was Shun's turn, he remained calm. By carefully observing patterns and using logic, he managed to outsmart the system and survive. After the game, he and another survivor obtained a key and escaped into a corridor. There, they encountered others and learned that staying together was crucial for survival. Eventually, they gathered multiple keys and reached a locked structure, requiring all of them. A dangerous player, Amaya, reappeared and joined them, forcing cooperation. Once they unlocked the path, they entered a new environment, a frozen landscape. There, a giant polar bear introduced another challenge, a test of honesty. The rules were simple. The bear would ask questions, and any lie would be detected. The group had to identify the liar correctly to survive.